find Gyro. Our next stop's Africa and the center of the earth.
What treasure do you think you'll find there, Uncle Scrooge?
Only the largest gem known to history, the giant diamond of the inner earth. Aye, lads, this is the place. I can feel all those diamonds singing to me. And it's a right pretty song, too. Gyro, I thought you said this winch was brand new.
It was. It's an unbreakable diamond tether, Mr. McDuck. I made it myself.
So long as you didn't use any of my diamonds to do the job.
Move it, man!
What's all this hullabaloo? Your lunch break isn't for 2 hours yet.
We heard voices down there, Mr. McDuck. Strange, ghostly voices.
Nonsense. There aren't any the voices down there.
Whoa, whatever you say, Mr. McDuck, but your mine is haunted. You finish digging it.
Oh, you want anything done, you've got to do it yourself. And believe me, if I hear voices down there, I'll give them a good talking to. Now you stay here, boys. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
The rock bottom, Mr. McDuck. This mine shaft goes down for miles.
This old lift won't budge, Uncle Scrooge. Looks like the key's missing. You don't think the ghosts ran off with it, do you?
Look, if I hear one more word about this mine being haunted, I'll start haunting it myself. It's mine! Now that's what I call a ruby. He's up! Things are looking up for all the duck.
The key. Did the ghosts have it?
Oh, I'm telling you kids for the last time, there are no ghosts in this mine.
I don't know about that, Uncle Scrooge. Something must have cut the tether line and broke the winch and scared away those workers.
I'll tell you what scared them away. Overactive imaginations. I'm not about to let a bunch of silly superstitions stand between me and the giant diamond of the inner earth. Now, man the controls and lower away, lads! I've still got it! Mrs. Beakley, what are you doing here?
I'm just making sure you stick to your diet, Mr. McDuck.
You're worth your weight in gold, Mrs. Beakley. If you'll pardon
Okay,
the
and this
expression.
is the
It's nice
final
to
level.
see you.
But
But I can take
because
care of
I'm a little
myself
nervous
very
because
well,
I'm running
thank
over an
you.
hour in recording time, I'm going to stop recording and we will be back here in just a second. We're back, so you didn't miss anything. I need to find out, though, what the hell's wrong with my computer because, for whatever reason, Sony Vegas does not do a good job previewing the videos, so I can't, what's it called? I'm having a hard time trying to, sync the audio with my video, so I gotta see if maybe just because of the fact that I have this going right now. Anyway, enough about that. Mount Vesuvius, as I said at the beginning, this is actually one of the other new levels. This is original. In the original Ducktales game, when you were done, you had to actually go back to Transylvania to do this final confrontation. So this is something different. It's a new level. It's nice. I like it. It's just something, you know, like I said, just something different, if nothing else. Just kind of like how the first part was not in the original game either. Alright, so somehow they call this Mount Vesuvius, but I feel like I'm just in the middle of a volcano, nothing more. And of course now this time the enemy of my enemy is my friend, so I am now with Glomgold in order to get through this. Now, damn it. Now, I remember playing this on hard actually before, and yeah, this required a few times, so I will say this, that if I should fail this, like if I get a game over, actual like game over, then and I have to restart this, I will cut all of it out. So I don't think that should happen, but you know, we'll see.
To be a way through.
Put your back into it, McDuck.
Hurry up, Glomgold. Time is money.
It could be dangerous, McDuck. You go first.
Of course, Glomgold. You cheeky bastard.
Oh,
Alright, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that right there, pretty much at that point, is where you would get another achievement / trophy. In that you would have to, it's to pogo 5 enemies in a row. And there really isn't a nice way to do it at any other location but that one spot, so...
Just not as old as you.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Alright, so as you can see here, I like this. I like the fact that they kind of transitioned this to a, where everything's all dark except for the background. I like that. It's a different dynamic. Again, not too hard to get around. I thought that was I can get some sort of goodies out of that, but I was wrong. There we go, here. Because, yeah, what I'm worried about later, and you'll see it, it's near the end. Come on. Yes. Oh, right. I want that. Oh, good. I actually got it without dying, or without getting taken a hit.
Up I go.
All right. So, look at that teamwork. Look at Glomgold here doing some heavy lifting for me.
Watch where you're putting that thing, Scroogey.
It's just nice that these spikes aren't insta-death. Actually, there is a treasure right here. One little thing. And this is you got to run away from the smoldering rock. Just like before, these also cause insta-death. This one you can't really avoid other than jumping. All right, but at least now I can get some food. That's what should be in this thing is. Oh, good. It actually was a cake, which usually is just a, what's it called? A yogurt, or ice cream, whatever you want to call it. Now, gotta be a little careful here for this rock, because even if you know, just like before you touch this rock, it's instant death. There's a ruby right there, but I'm not gonna bother getting it just because I've carelessly died there a few times. So, at least from now, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, or I'm sure most of y'all already know this, but I just noticed it. Like, it seems like whatever is now just ice cream, or what is just ice cream now, was actually going to be well, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but I'll just say it now. That pretty much, let me see if I'm right. There should be food in the third one, right here. Yeah, okay. It seems like not all, but most of the treasure seem to be that if there is cake, it's going to be yogurt or ice cream in the other one, whereas here, if most of the yogurt, the hidden yogurt drops, are actually going to be just diamond drops in hard and other different, and hard and extreme. Now that part right there is what always got me, because I'd always jump early, and yeah, I would always try to make that jump beforehand, and I'd always die. But finally, I just kind of said, well, I should probably just follow. I should just follow what it, you know, what it is. So, all right, so we did that. Get those. There we go. Yeah, you kind of want to take the bottom route here. You want to get as much of the monies as possible. That's a short jump right there. Gotta be careful with that. And don't forget to jump at the end. I don't know why they do this, because it's just like I have to hit that twice. There's nothing else I can do. Why do that? So that normally was a gem there. This is, all right, that is a gem. There we go. Alright, so there we go. And now I gotta run like hell. Now you can't just like start this and then expect it to run off, because it won't. You if you try to like skip some of it, it will. Now this part gets me too from time to time. Oh, okay, good. So yeah, you definitely want to get up here. Now you may notice that the chains, I don't know if you can tell from my video, but those chains are not actually held together 100%, so you actually have to be very careful.
Washed up has-beens first, McDuck.
Of course. You have to be careful with those chains, because otherwise they will break and you will fall off and die.
It took you long enough to catch up. What's the matter? Gold bricks in your caboose?
Oh, shut your beak. You're not getting any younger yourself, you old windbag.
Hush! Magica may not know we're here yet. We don't want to lose the element of surprise.
So, you have decided to deliver dime after all.
Release my nephews, you evil enchantress!
Oh, not until you show me #1 dime.
Here it is. Now let the boys... What?
It's been great doing business with you, Scroogey.
You too. You've been in cahoots from the beginning.
No, even before beginning. Do you remember who sold your painting in first place? 'Twas me in disguise, you fool.
Why, you... No wonder it was such a bargain.
$5 painting for you saved expensive treasure hunting expedition for me. And now, at long last, I am ready to use treasures to complete spell.
Enough with the smoke and mirrors routine. You've got my dime. Now release the lads.
Oh, boo-hoo. No time for buyer's remorse from old has-been. Better to stick with master plan. Is much more exciting. I now summon Dracula Duck. Behold! Dracula Duck. I, Magic and Dispel, have summoned you to do my bidding. You must obey my will and mine alone. And my will is that you destroy this meddling old fool.
Alright, so now the battle with Dracula begins. So this is very simple. You just have to do pogo jumps on his head. What's different though is, now you have to notice the color of the bag. Is he'll either turn into a sea monster, a bunch of bats, or into a giant version of himself. For the sea monster, the easiest way to handle this, in my opinion, is just to be out of the range of his little fireballs, and that's pretty much it. And come on, God, pogo, right? It's the X then square. There we go. Thank you. God damn it. Okay, so I believe it's again 4 variants. So now, all right, you got the giant version. Now the giant version, you got to be careful here. If he's already at the edge of the screen, he will not be. You can't duck like that. But the way to do this is, oh shit, I did it again. All right, if he gets in the middle, you just simply duck like so. That's pretty much the easy thing. I usually like to try to run from one side of the screen to the other. As you see, it does that 4 times. Go pogo jump my way to victory. Get you.
And die like mad.
Okay. Now the red one here is pretty tricky because he turns into the bunch of bats. Now you only have a couple seconds here to be mindful of where of the timing here. You just have to be careful. My thing is always you just start in the middle, and then look for the hole. Now, what's nice is, though, as I learned from the pattern, randomly it'll start, the hole will either show up on the right or the left, but after that it'll just alternate sides. Now, where it alternates is kind of a mystery, but kind of a random thing. But other than that, though, really not bad. Okay, so back to the green one. Alright, so this one here, I'm usually pretty good with. I tend to get hit if I get too far to the right side of him, he'll flip around the ball because I can't, for whatever reason, I can't seem to get around him. Now after a while, as you see, he's now oh fuck! Alright. Sometimes when he hits second form, if you will. I think you'll have to do this thing twice. Because you have double jump to hit him because he's too high up.
Plan must not fail.
Alright, now what's he? Alright, brown bag, so now it's a giant version.
Fight his neck.
Alright, let's see which way you're gonna go. Left first, and I think you're gonna keep going left, yeah. Then you're gonna jump all the way to the right. Hey-oo! That, and then a little to the right. Or a little to the left, whatever. He doesn't really go a pattern, he just kind of follows you. When I first fought this boss, I actually managed to get on top of his beak, which apparently doesn't do any damage. Fuck, I missed. Alright. Come on. There we go. 1, 2, pop him.
How dare you?
Alright, so I guess he's got one more. So I guess he's got 7. Alright,
power.
red. I find it interesting, though, how those treasures is what results to the bringing back of a Dracula. Now, I'm sure she had other potions and other shit involved there, but I don't know. I find it interesting. Now, kind of a side note here, you may notice I don't have a lot of time to maneuver, but let's see if it'll happen. Like, yeah, for some of the ones that are like farther off, like they can go all the way to like the far left or the far right of the screen. And if the opening is in one of those areas, then at least the game is kind enough to give you I thought I hit that. The game is kind enough to give you enough time to be able to get over there and beat Dracula.
Oh, boys, I'm so glad you're all right.
We knew you'd save us, Uncle Scrooge. We knew you would. We sure did.
Down that hall, lads. Launchpad will be waiting to take you to safety.
What about you, Uncle Scrooge? Yeah, the whole place is falling apart.
Magica and Glumgold still have my #1 dime, and I'm not leaving without it. You boys get going.
Good luck, Uncle Scrooge.
So they somehow have to traverse all the way back
Now,
through the volcano?
give me dime.
Not till you give me those treasures. I want to be filthy, stinking rich.
You already are filthy, stinking rich.
But not as rich as that chiseler McDuck. Where's the treasure?
No more horseplay. I need that dime.
Oh, no you don't, missy.
Ah, let go, you fool.
Not till I get that treasure.
Alright, so now the race is on. Of course, at the very end of the last game, it's a climb of you against the team of, Glomgold and Magica. And yeah, so this is pretty much like the last thing. And this one's a little different because you actually have to, as you see here, you actually have to go through some obstacles. I keep falling, but... And if you fail that, you get to try it again, but it costs you a life.
But I'll be taking my dime with me back to Duckburg. Have a lovely time together.
Alright, so now this is the rough one. This is what has... I managed to get through an entire game, and this is what has caused me game overs, is just getting through all this. And so, regardless of whether or not I, the lava is up below me or not, bottom line is I've died many times to this fucking part. I'm trying to be careful here. Alright, and I made it. Good.
Get us out of here, Launchpad.
No, actually, at the same time, though, I should say in the same breath that on hard, that lava went up a lot faster,
The
too.
#1 dime returns safe and sound.
But Uncle Scrooge, what about the treasure? Yeah, we had it and we lost it. Sorry, Uncle Scrooge.
Come on now, boys. We may not have got to keep the treasure, but we had the adventure of a lifetime. And best of all, we got to share it together. You, Webigail, Launchpad.
And Duckworth, too. Don't forget about Mrs. Beakley, and Bubba, and Fenton, and Gyro. They helped us too.
Indeed they did, lads. Now, come on. Let's head for home.
Let go of me, you doddering old deadweight.
Oh, pipe down, you mangy bird.
It was real swell of you to give Glamgold a lift home, Mr. McD.
Aye. I'll put it on your bill, Flinty. You can pay me back in, oh, say 3 to 5 years. With interest, of course.
I'll get you for this, McDuck. Mark my words.
Now, there's a sight I never get tired of. Come on, lads. Let's head to the ice cream shop.
Hey, can we each get our own cone this time, Uncle Scrooge?
Oh, why not? I'm in a generous mood today. In fact, each of you can even get a cone with ice cream in it.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of DuckTales Remastered. It was a rather short game. I think with all the time, it took me about little over 2 hours. I think I'm at 2 hours, 16 minutes right now. So with all the cutscenes and whatnot. But yeah, that was the game. I think a real fun game. It's very, it's very simple because it kept the basic feel of the original DuckTales, but with, the better graphics, the art, and even some of the levels look really good too. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I wanted to play something at least to kind of get started here. I'm not quite sure how the videos will be edited, whether it be per level or like how I normally do it, but yeah, so I don't really know what else to say. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. When I beat the game initially, I've since played it and beaten it a few more times, working on getting achievements and whatnot. But yeah, I don't really think there is much else. Now, the credits themselves are actually rather lengthy. I'm going to warn you now. So if you might just want to end the video, or I may put something in the description if there's anything else. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So hopefully y'all enjoyed DuckTales Remastered. I suggest y'all get the game. I know at the time of this recording, which is September 15th, 2013, that the game is now out. Came out last week, or this past week, for the 360, but it's been out for PS3, excuse me, and PC for a little while now, or 2 weeks prior. But yeah, so, actually, no, you know what? I'm actually kind of break my own rule here. We're going to skip the credits. So you can skip all the credits. Unfortunately, the first time you play through this, you actually have to go through all the credits. Because if you don't go through all the credits, you're not credited for beating the game, actually. That's something very important. You have to make sure to go through all the credits. So now, like I was stating earlier, is if you missed any hearts or you missed any sort of containers, what you can do here is go to this, and you can actually pick any of the levels, and redo them, and retry them, mainly just to get money or whatever you need to do. And so, yeah. That was, I'll go sit in my, hold on, I don't want to start a level, I'll sit in my chair here. And so that, alright. Anyway, so that was DuckTales Remastered. I strongly suggest you get the game. I mean, if you're a fan of DuckTales, or, if you, were a fan of this game. But even if you're not, I think this is just a good platform. It's, something different. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you all down the road. Hey, what's up? I forgot to mention, to actually show you what I was trying to state probably when I first started the game, was in the front here, all the other little features that I probably didn't point out. And so, excuse me. So you go through here, into the extra, well, in the extras, it actually tells you your total playtime. It also has leaderboards to show you how long of other people have played this game. That's really impressive to me. 25 minutes, 21 seconds. That really is something. But yeah. And then the gallery, like I said earlier, and if you want to watch all the credits again. But in the options, this is what I was trying to say before, that you, before when you first start, you only have brightness, vibration, and the hard pogo. But now you can turn on the 8-bit music if you want to. And to kind of show you a little bit of the difference here. So I turned on the 8-bit music. We're going to continue here. And if you remember what the music sounded earlier, well now, this is from the original game. So, and then you can just, you know, play the game like this with the 8-bit music. But actually, oh, I did forget to actually do this after the moon level, because I didn't have a chance to come back to the screen, was to actually have you listen to, in my opinion, what I've always thought was some of the best music ever, you know, in a video game. For me personally. I mean, that's obviously very relative, but... No, that's the boss fight. I'm an idiot. It's this one. That was embarrassing. Alright, that's enough of that. So, well, yeah, so that was the game. Just wanted to show a little bit of extra stuff here. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see. I feel like I really shouldn't go through all of this stuff here, because, I mean, this is kind of the point of continually playing the game, in my opinion, if for nothing else, to make sure to get all of this stuff. So as you can see here, I've completed it, 100%ed it, or at least the gallery. Unfortunately, the music doesn't continue over, but it'll go back to the other one. So yeah, that was just a little extra thing, a little diddly that I wanted to show y'all. But that is it. And again, I'll say it one more time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all down the road.